Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about we always vet our relationships, right? If you're dating someone, you're gonna like spend time to get to know them, to make sure they're a good guy. However, or girl, right? But what I want to talk about today is how we need to vet our friendships. We need to vet our friendships, okay? So I have a couple little quick story times. I had a friend, and when we met, our first hangout session, our first time we're getting together, she told me all these things. Like, it's things that you will either take to the grave or you will take to a therapist. Like, there's some deep, dark secrets. And, like, she's telling me the first time we we're hanging out, so the kids are upstairs and her and I were having some drinks and she's just like, blah. And I was like, oh my goodness. And so we ended up, hitting it off. And then, so we went out to this event and she said something a little like, And I was like, okay, that was weird. I don't know why she said that. Like, maybe I just took it wrong. I didn't like say, hey, why did you say that? I just like mental note, like, okay, well, maybe I'm just taking it wrong because I can be sensitive. And then she said it again another time. And I was like, all right. So I was like, okay, I have my eye on you. And what she said was like a little slick comment. I'm not going to even get into it, but she said like a little slick comment, and then she said it something a third time. And then she had got mad at me because I didn't want to do what she wanted to do. Like, it's a whole thing, right? And I was just thinking to myself, like, you have to vet your friends. You have to give time and space for people to really show who they are, okay? Over my life, I think one thing that I didn't do was now mind you, I am careful, but I feel like now looking back on it, there were definitely things that were red flags in friendships that I didn't catch. Because in the past, like I talked about it before, I was a super people pleaser. I was like super trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. I just wanted to, see the best in people. And I got slapped in the face, trying to see the best in people because, it ended up not working out. And so one of my friends was just like, hey, what's up with that one girl that you used to kick it with? And that's what made me think of it. And I was just thinking how, you guys, take heed to anyone that is trying to move too fast in a friendship. That could be a girl and a girl, guy and a guy. Like, when, for example, the friend that I was telling you about, when you're meeting someone for the first time, I get it. Like, I am a person a lot of people kind of vent to, like even strangers. So I get it. So that's not something that's like odd. But the things that she was telling me, I was like, oh my goodness, I don't even think we're at this level. You know what I mean? I don't even think that we're like this close that she could be, saying this. Like this is like deep stuff, people should be going to jail kind of stuff. So when she started saying like little slick comments here and there, I knew I had to cut her off. And I did. I didn't even have a conversation because I just felt like at this point, you know what you're doing. You're grown. You are grown. And I'm kind of, I'm not wasting time. So I was just thinking like about several different friendships where I didn't catch the red flags. I didn't catch the yellow flags. I had a friend, we went to Disneyland. It was her son's birthday. So she invited all these folks to Disneyland, but me and my boys were the only ones that actually went. Disneyland to California. Mind you, we live in Arizona. We went to Disneyland in California. So that is plane ticket, that's hotel, that's, no, it wasn't Disneyland. It was Legoland, excuse me. So our kids had got into it. They were like maybe 6 something. So they, do what kids do. I didn't think of it like a big deal. But when we got back from California, she called me and she kind of proceeded to make a little stink about it. And like, she made this whole big argument. And then she proceeds to say like, your kids are this, your kids are that. I don't like this. I don't like that. Like all these things. all these feelings that I had no clue about, they just came out. And I'm just like, because literally we just got back from California. We were maybe home maybe a day or two. So it's like, oh my God, you just invited us to California and now we're home and you're mad, and now you're just letting it flow of how much, like, basically, I guess you didn't really like me. And I was thinking to myself, like, how, like, did I not see the signs, you know? And I've had so many situations where friends, you know, they were in secret competition with me, and they would end up telling me like, hey, you know, that one night I didn't really want to go out because I think that you had a better outfit on. Like, I have literally been told these things. And I was just thinking about how sometimes we get into a mindset of like, okay, you know, when you're dating, make sure the person is this, this, and this. But I think it should be more talked about, vetting your friends, vetting your potential friends, you know, making sure, because me in the past, I definitely gave chances to folks that right now, I wouldn't be friends with them. Right? I would not jeopardize my peace. I would be a little bit more standoffish. But then I was like, hi, you know, I just want to see the good in folks. And sometimes you can't do that. So this video is not a long video at all, but I just want to say, you guys, vet your friends, you know, be mindful of things that people say and do, you know. Give people opportunity and space to just kind of reveal who they really are. You know, I think that sometimes when you're a good person, you see the good in them, right? You see more good in them that maybe they have, right? Or you just want to see the best in them, and, you know, it's okay, they've been through this, so maybe they don't really know how, you know, to communicate. Maybe they just get mad, you know, abruptly because they really never had da-da-da. Like, we make up excuses for things that maybe shouldn't have an excuse, right? So, you guys, give people time and space to reveal themselves, okay? You guys already know I don't like a lot of people in my home. I feel like when you're a new person to me, like, you definitely not coming in my home. Like, meet somebody else. Like, I'm just saying, for me, like, I like to meet someone like at a place versus like, hey, come over, because I think that your home is your sanctuary. You should guard it. You should protect it. You should protect your energy. But it just had me thinking about like all these different friendships that I was like, oh my gosh, like, it was red flags here, 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 and here. And I didn't take heed. I didn't take heed until it all came out, and then their true feelings came out, or I saw some slick stuff one too many times, and I'm like, all right, that's not a mistake. That wasn't like a little, you're in a bad mood. These are your true feelings. And I just want to say, like, let people expose themselves. Protect your energy, guard your heart. And mind you, I'm still super friendly. However, I take my time. Even, like, you guys know, I'm a soccer mom, and like all the soccer moms, they want to go out and stuff. I'd be like, no, like, you know, I rather like hang out at the soccer games, you know, see how it goes. Maybe towards the end of the season, once I see like a little bit, you know, just get a good energy. But I don't know. I just feel like I take my time now, and it's okay to take your time. So be mindful of people's actions, of their character. Be mindful of what they say, what they do, just everything. And just take your time. Even building friendships, take your time. And then, you know, just, it's okay to just, you know, one day at a time. That's all I gotta say. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and be brave.
Never get mad at people for being fake. Never get mad at people for being phony. It's actually the biggest blessing in the world. They're showing you exactly who they are, and that gives you the opportunity to place them where they belong. When they show you, believe them. It don't matter what the potential is. It don't matter what you wanted them to be. We can't stop people from doing what people do. People are gonna people. So if their goal is to come into your life and lie to you, manipulate you, use you, you know, you can't help that. But you have to make sure that you understand that it's a privilege to allow people into your life, right? You are your highest priority. When you're giving someone your time and energy or your space, you have to ask yourself why. You know, protect your mind, protect your heart, protect your soul. When you find peace, you have to build on that, protect it, and maintain it.